Before you decide to use a Trump account for kids, you need to be aware of this information. If you haven't heard already, the One Big Beautiful Bill had new legislation in it, which created the Trump account, which is essentially custodial IRA for kids. But if you are not aware of how the taxation of this works, it may create significant problems later down the road for you and your child. As a custodial IRA for kids, once your child turns 18, it gets converted into a regular IRA. But in the meantime, before they're 18, a parent can contribute up to $5,000 a year. However, none of those contributions are tax deductible. And here's the problem it creates. If you know anything about the tax system in the United States, capital gains are always taxed at a lower rate than ordinary income. By contributing to an IRA where you're not taking deductions, you're converting all growth of those non-deductible contributions into ordinary income, which you would have been better off by investing, never selling, and recognizing capital gains later down the road. So that's problem number one. It's just not as tax beneficial as a regular IRA. Here's the second problem. In order for the child to not pay taxes on those contributions once more, they need to track what is called the basis of those contributions, meaning that all the contribution the parents make before the child turns 18, the child needs to keep track of those contributions until they're 59 and a half or whatever age they choose to retire at, and make sure that the portion that is distributed accounts for these non-deductible contributions. Otherwise, you pay taxes on your kids' contributions, and then your kids pay taxes on those contributions, and then they pay ordinary income on the growth. It makes zero sense. If I was in your shoes, here's what I would do differently. Instead of using a Trump account, I would use a 529. $35,000 of a 529 can be converted into a Roth IRA for a kid. Secondly, use a Roth IRA for kids when your child has income and make contributions on their behalf. Thirdly, I would just use a custodial account. All the growth there can be counted as capital gains. And then one big downside of a custodial account is that when your child turns 18, it's completely theirs. If you're worried about control, create a brokerage account and gift the money to them as an adult. It works the same. There are benefits to the Trump account, especially for employers using it as a benefit. However, there are just a lot of gaping holes in this new account that you need to be aware of before you use it. And if you want to know more about financial know-how, follow me for more.